Hey, good morning.
Who can read?
I'm your friend Scotty Ray. I'm getting picked on by the cast and crew of the show here this morning.
Well, it's typical Friday.
It's 53 as you're waking up. Started out at about 54. We've dropped 1 degree. We should get to 83 before the day is said and done. As we sit here, let me ask this, because there's some upset people in America this morning. Little House on the Prairie. Did y'all watch that?
Absolutely.
Did y'all like it?
I mean, I've seen some episodes, but no, I didn't.
I mean, it was always a good deed that he was working towards. Would y'all go to a? Now I know we'd all go to a Dukes thing, but where they get the Ingalls family and all the cast? What do they call it?
A reunion.
A reunion. Would y'all go to that?
No.
Well, they just done that in Connecticut. It was the 50th anniversary of the show, and it was kind of expensive to go to this. And you had to pay extra to stand in line to get autographs, and they were for I think it was $120. You could get in the express lane to see Nelly. Well, 3 hours into it, they're complaining.
Yeah, that's a problem.
They can't see Nelly quick enough, and they said that the food consisted of like getting a piece of watermelon when you were supposed to be fed, and it just turned into a fiasco. Then they said that what was Laura was going to be there, and she goes, they never even contacted me. She goes, they didn't. I wasn't even going. And
somebody was making money.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How many of them could be left?
Well, as you brought that up, that popped through my mind, and I went to People magazine, and I've pulled this up. Now, here's what I found here. As you look at this People, there's the family picture, and of course, that's what she looks like now.
Okay.
She's a little different, and she's still alive. She's gone off the grid. Here is Paul, and of course, we know we've lost.
He's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone. Here is Maul. Looks a little. I wouldn't have not have recognized her.
No, not at all. She's still living?
Yes, she's still alive. That's what was her
Melissa
name?
Sue.
Melissa Sue. But what was her character?
Mary.
Mary.
Oh.
And then you go down and Nellie. If you
Somebody wanted to pay to see that?
Yes, sir.
That is not nice.
Get him.
People go to haunted houses.
They thought they were
I
going.
was trying to find the bright
unkind.
side of something. Surely Miss Olson's gone.
Miss Olson is.
Yeah.
These two.
That's a mean woman.
Oh,
was.
yeah.
Mean, hateful.
Yeah.
She was.
That poor old Nails just took it.
Yeah.
Typical
He didn't have
American.
a choice.
Typical
There she
American
is.
male. Just
But there's a lot of husbands out there that have to take that treatment like Nels did, and you feel for them. You see them getting grilled in public, and you're like,
They deserve it, I'm sure.
naturally.
always the husband's fault.
Yeah. Poor old Nails.
But as a kid, I can remember, and I remember well, going up to the Scuba United Methodist Church, and this fellow that was in there, and his wife reminded me so much of Mrs. Olson, and you could just feel it. You could.
The tension.
But some men need tough women.
Do they?
Yeah.
Like they can't told the line. Is that what it is?
No,
Or-
just they need
Or they go
structure
off
and
their-
direction.
It's called selective hearing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is. But anyway, I thought it was kind of interesting that they even had, number one, a Little House on the Prairie.
And in
get-together.
Connecticut, it was set in Minneapolis and Minnesota.
Yeah.
Remember when they went across and they found the new land, built the
Little
farm?
wagon.
Yeah, because they'd have to go into, what was the town to get
Mankato?
Mankato to get plows and stuff. Him and the old bearded
You remember
guy.
the episode where Charles was trying to work off the plow and fell off the roof?
Oh.
And Half Pint had to go help him drag the feed. And yeah, boy, it was look at that look she's giving me. Everybody in the town ended up helping
pitching
Charles.
in and helping him, yeah.
It made the guy that he owed the money feel like a heel because he was just money hungry. Money ain't everything.
No.
Y'all.
It sure is.
No,
That was a
that was
moral
a
to
good
it.
show. That was a lesson, and about every one of those shows, there was a lesson.
Yeah, and you remember that and I hate to keep picking on nails. Do you remember when he started selling the products on the wagon, going town to town?
Yeah, traveling salesman met him a sweetie.
Yeah, he sure did. He almost left her. He was that close, as Greg would say.
Yeah.
Almost.
He almost did it. Almost.
As we start getting back to normal after the hurricane here, it's pretty simple, but for our friends in Florida, it's taking a little bit longer for them. As I mentioned a while ago, and it may be climbing. I only know from this hurricane 15 lives. We've got 273-ish, 275 from Helene that went through the North Carolina area. A lot of lives have been lost. We've got a lot of our people from the state of Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, down in Florida helping right now. We had the convoy of trucks that were leaving for the bedding for the linemen to sleep in out of Meridian yesterday.
I was coming home, I think it was Wednesday from Jackson, and I bet you there was 25 Texas emergency management vehicles and a convoy headed down. I mean, there was a ton of them, all sorts of vehicles. So it's good. That's what we should do.
That's
it makes
exactly
sense.
Right. Yep.
And then
Every state doesn't need to have all of the resources. We all just need to help each other out. We got the same problems. The hurricanes move around and hit us all.
They do, and the governor sent a bunch of our troops down to also help with that. So there we go.
Yeah.
Don't forget, this is going to be coming up before long. We want to remind you of what will come to the Ag Center, the gift show.
That's right.
October the 26th. Make plans to be there. Jack will be out. They're going to have a lot of things there. This is big. We go out every year to it, and I hope you'll come join us and visitate with us. We'll be around seeing everything. This weekend, let's talk about a few of the events that will happen. This will be big downtown Meridian as we get ready for Bud and Burgers. Now, that will start there. City Hall is where it will be on the grass. A lot of people come visit, have fun with it.
This is a ton of fun, and I think this is the first year ever. I was trying to remember yesterday that I've missed it. I won't be there, but Anna Grace and Mitchell, they work very hard on this, and they give a lot of money to Love's Kitchen, and it's a huge event. That it's fun because a lot of the teams get involved. So that's that, and they bring out people, and it's a huge event.
And while that's going on, the Jimmy Rogers Festival will be doing the car show on the others downtown also.
At Singing Brakeman Front Street.
Yep.
That'll start at 12. That's good that all this is in conjunction with each other, since there's going to be a lot of people in town. So
That's going to be fun. And then that morning, before you go down there to it from 11 to 2, Sukalina's got the famous fish fry.
You
Or
can't say-
chicken.
Or chicken. And you get your chances on your gift certificates. $400. What is it? Let's see here. $400 from the Rock House, $200 from Miles Garden and Gifts, and $200 from the back porch. $2 a chance.
You can't say there's nothing to do in Meridian.
There
That's
is
right.
plenty all day Saturday.
Michael Ray's selling rib plates at the Moose
Michael
Lodge
Ray,
too.
Yep.
Where's that at?
At the Moose Lodge, they're doing rib plates at 1 o'clock, I believe.
the poker
run to raise some money.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're always giving for charity.
There's a lot to do
$15
for
a
those
person.
that think there's nothing to do. All you got to do, look.
yeah, it's there.
And these people work really hard to put these events together. It is hard work, and so I encourage you to go
Bob
support them.
said it's $15, unlimited beer, bring your own car.
Where's it at?
Bob. Look, come down, have fun. It's going to be an amazing time.
And the
But
perfect
bring
time
your
of the
own
year.
designated driver.
Oh, it's gonna be
The
pretty.
weather is great.
Yeah.
The weather's going to be pretty. I mean, naturally, our weather forecaster over there hadn't got a radar. It hadn't had nothing on it in a month.
I can't even get you any dew on your deer
I know.
patches.
I was going by his forecast and planted all my green fields. And
Are they up, though?
they come up just long enough to wave, and now they're
Now they get a little sick.
Yeah.
I don't have an event this weekend, so Scotty Ray is not going to make it rain.
Oh, boy. On the way, we're going to tell you about what went on last night. Uh-oh. What is that I hear? That's gunfire just off of Highway 19. We'll tell you about it.
Really?
Next at the Scotty Ray Report. When it's time to store something, think Store Local Storage. It's conveniently located next to Northeast Park, and it's gated. On top of that, it's climate control, so no matter the season, it'll protect your things. 24-hour security, a covered loading dock, fire sprinklers. and you can choose the storage unit that suits your needs. From a 5x5 all the way up to a 10x30, you choose the space that you need. Call Store Local Storage today at 601-490-1618, Highway 39 North, Meridian. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger, plus they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor. Rockhouse Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Welcome back. 2nd Street South is where it happened last night. This would be just about the time that the wreck happened on Highway 19, as the deputies and Highway Patrol were dealing with the accident on 19 in the city limits of Meridian. It was, well, come on out to 2nd Street.
Isn't that Walmart?
Right now, that's 2nd Street South. This is going to be just off of Highway 19 after you get off by Waters International.
Oh, okay.
By the old Dickie Clay building.
There you go.
Oh,
Here we
thank
are.
you, Brian.
Here we are.
Finally. With some actual directions.
What he meant was by the Horseman's Mart. It's no longer there.
Yeah, okay. The Charter Store, West Building Materials.
Correct, yeah.
Pepsi, the original Pepsi plant.
Sure was. And this is the scene of what we had there last night. It was 2 cars struck. Originally, they thought the house may have gotten struck also, but it ended up being 2 cars that were hit here. Miraculously, no one was injured.
Were they shooting at each other?
I don't know that. I do think it was a car drive-by, but I don't know what their object was. And if y'all will look at this has been a leading up, several days of gunfire has increased. And I want to say this as we near this weekend, take this seriously. It's almost like clockwork when you start seeing this stuff happen around town beforehand. A few shots here, a few shots there, a house shot, a car shot. It leads to bigger things. And this could be the weekend. We hope not. But let's treat it as a serious situation.
Meridian, it is cyclical. There's the ebbs and flows, and it feels like we're cranking up right now.
Sooner or later, they're going to hit what they're shooting at.
Correct.
And I don't understand why don't y'all just get out in the street and fight like grown folks and get it over with? If you want to fight, then y'all can dust each other off and go on about your business.
We can even charge for it. Call it mud wrestling.
You
or
don't
something.
have to shoot at each other. Just get out there and fist fight.
Be a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
Speaking of,
wouldn't hurt near about as bad.
You're right. Let's talk about this. We had and as we always say, as Julia just pointed out, the ups and downs and all this. We have this also in robberies, and we're getting mid-month. They're starting back. Let's look at what happened here.
Too much month at the end of the month.
It is.
Yeah.
Now, I edited this on purpose because it showed some pretty serious injury on this, and I took out the injury because there's a lot of people that just wouldn't be able to handle it. At the end of this video that I'm going to show you, the clerk is hit in the head. He falls to the ground, and he was injured pretty bad. He was knocked out cold at the end of this, and I cut the video off where it wouldn't show that on purpose. And I think I have it, if you want to see the entirety of it, I think I've got it on YouTube. You can go to our channel and watch it there. Let's pull this up and show y'all what we've got here. It's going to be 3 people, and one of them has a mask on, and he has the, what do you call it, I guess the, what was that, the COVID mask on. Let's point this out and start this.
The COVID.
Him right there, the guy that has his hand in there. This is the clerk.
Why is he all hooded up?
I couldn't tell you, but he has his mask on. I guess he was chilly that morning. All right, they're forcing him over in the corner.
Yeah, that was confusing because when I first watched it, because he does sort of look like, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what's going on because they are dressed similarly.
Right.
Yeah.
And they don't let him do that. Now, what happened right there, he was struck in the head with a pistol in the back of the head. He's hit, he falls to the ground, and he was bleeding horribly. And we took that out because it just, how people get bent out of shape. But I want you to know the man was hurt. It was serious. He was taken to a local hospital. It's not life-threatening, but he didn't feel good for 2 or 3 days.
Where was this at?
Highway 19 is where this was.
The old super stop. Now it's break time.
Break time. And it has happened there a lot.
It has.
Robbery after robbery. Fortunately, the man didn't lose his life, but these folks need to be caught. Now, I'm sure that...
Is that store open 24 hours?
Apparently so. This was at 1:56 a.m. in the morning. And it's going to get to a point for a 24-hour store to where, like it used to be in California, where it's glassed in and you have to ask for what you want.
It's going to be like
And the cashier.
1970.
Yeah.
You're not going to have a store open 24 hours.
That's
10
right.
o'clock, they're done. They're
That's
going
right.
home, if they even last that long. And if
I
you
think
look
I
at,
could hire me a guy with a pump gun and put him in back there by the cooler, and
Scare
we
'em.
could fix this.
It could be fixed.
I'd have one on myself if I was back there behind.
Well, but you've got y'all got to remember there's a lot of policies with stores, and that's why it's so hard to get somebody to work at these places.
Absolutely.
Because you're not allowed to carry protection, and
You're up all night. I mean, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Let's face it. I mean, it's not an easy job.
no, it's not.
No.
And especially and this has gotten to be one of our high crime areas. There's no other way to word it. From the airport up through there at night, it's kind of dangerous.
Do we have any low crime areas?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Okay. I just didn't know.
Okay, yeah, we got them. We do. But that is up there now.
PSA, if you're going to wear a mask because you're scared of the COVID or something else, if you wear it below the nose, you're absolutely doing yourself no good. If you touch the mask, you're absolutely doing no good. So if you're going to wear it right.
And if you're riding in a car by yourself and you got a mask on,
You might not need it.
Or if you're walking down the road with it by yourself.
Yeah, it's, you
There's
need the fresh air.
There's a lot of misinformation
Emotional
about the
support
mask.
mask. Just makes me feel bad.
okay.
What kind of mask?
Emotional support mask.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what we-
We'll keep
Oh,
that in
them
mind.
people need a
I have
safe
seen the people
space.
driving with them, and I'm like, what do you?
If
that
you
doesn't
need an
make
emotional
sense.
support mask, you need a safe space.
I
Come
was
to
being
your
funny,
house.
Odie. Don't get
Stay
your blood
there.
pressure up.
Let's take a look of as the shooting was going on last night. That was happening in the county of Highway 19. This is going to be at the Barbershop, Oakland Heights.
Can't park there.
You can't.
She beat you to it, Greg.
And
I did. I stole his line.
She got me.
He's only got about 4 of them.
Yeah, it's the same 4 every day.
Off 25%, but okay.
Oh, look at that guy.
I'm going to show you a video of that. I'm just easing this across to give you a general idea of how this wreck happened here.
He brought his own son with him.
This was the second car that was involved. It's all of these cars were total loss. Now let's go back here and switch over, and let me show you. I'm going to play the video of this where they pull this car out from the Oakland Heights Barbershop, and somehow or another it did not damage the building other than the post on
Well,
the
they got a
porch.
drive-in now.
They
It
do.
hit
Get your hair cut in your car.
It hit the window air conditioner and pushed it in, and that's the only thing besides those support poles.
Here we go. As Lewis Recker got on scene last night, they were moving the stuff out of one. Let me speed it up just a little bit there. When they start pulling this car out, there goes Odie trying to do something.
He's getting the battery out of it.
I was gonna do it like
But this could have been total. This car was filled with kids. Had a puppy dog. Had a mom in it, and everybody walked away with minor injuries somehow, some way.
Somebody said that flashlight will blister a brick.
that's what he's always bringing his own little personal son. S-U-N, not S-O-N.
Y'all, I'm dead serious on this. I talk about this a lot. If you want a flashlight, Go see Al at Al's Garden Gift. He's got those. When you hit the button on that, you can see.
He stopped traffic on 19. Nobody could see going south.
Could heat a 1,200 square foot house with
It's
it.
like Batman with the bat
And
signal.
just a few minutes after that cleared up, well, we had another wreck. This would be a rollover accident on the side street behind there, Old Highway 80.
Old 8th Street.
Old 8th Street
Road.
Road.
Old 8th Street, yeah, same thing. You just,
Well,
take,
no,
just,
depends on
you just take the pencil and take the 0 off. And you got an 8.
Avenue Street. I don't know.
No wonder it takes me so long to get places. But we had a rollover here. I'm going to say that the Corolla has issues now.
Yeah.
Minor injuries also with this. So we're thankful, although we had several events last night, everybody's going to live through to talk about it. Whew, boy.
Be careful.
That's good. You know how much fun we could have with that flashlight? We could put out every street light there was. When Q-beams came out, that was a big deal.
And I learned more and more about this thing. The least little bumping it or twisting it changes the way it looks. And I'm learning. I was getting some text, do this, and it helps. I'm going to have to go to class. It thinks better than me.
Working his way up to the helicopter.
Go out to flag in airplanes.
Business is a
Runway
hire him
Lights.
to go back and forth with it as a signal of a.
If he can get
opening.
over his fear of heights, then we can just put him at the top of the 3-foot hotel to do a bat signal. Every time.
Bat signal have a cowboy hat in the
Y'all-
middle of it.
And what they're joking about, y'all, is this week.
Oh, we wasn't joking.
I can remember this. It was Dr. Robinson that I used to as a kid have to go
Yes.
up there to the dentist, and his chair was right by the window. It scared me to death. As I got older, heights wasn't that bad. And the older I got, the less I liked them. And the last time I was up there was with Marianne Todd. She and I and the Meridian Star had gone up. It was a promotion with Santa Claus,
Right.
raising money for kids. And Santa Claus was out on the ledge, and that elevator wouldn't work. I had to crawl out of it with her. I can't remember if Marianne pushed me up so I could crawl out of the elevator or if it was vice versa. But it was a traumatic experience, and I had not been back since I was 30. So 20 years since I've been.
25.
And I got the nerve to go up with everybody here last Friday for pictures.
Y'all, I really thought he was going to pass out.
I did, too.
I mean, I was he was white. I thought he was going to pass out.
I thought he was exaggerating about
Yeah.
his fear of heights. No,
I
he's
mean-
not exaggerating at all.
I got it back.
I mean, he was sick.
But he conquered.
No, I mean, he made it.
Thanks to a good team who talked him through.
I don't
it.
think conquered is the word
Until
I
I
would use, but he
ran
made
towards
it.
the edge, and I think that did him in.
I mean, he was
Should
sick.
have. And we'll pull up some pictures next. I didn't
No.
even think about pulling those up.
We're good.
You're going to be on a Christmas card now.
I'm good.
We have. We've got Christmas cards coming.
No, we don't.
They're good.
Yeah, they did. They
turned out
did.
good.
You got your. I almost said the wrong word. Your festivity hat on.
Yes.
Boy, look at that look I'm getting.
Her hair looked nice that day. I'm just saying, her hair did look nice that day. Until she stepped
Greg
in the
will
mud.
no longer be with
And
us.
it's suede
Until she
shoes.
stepped in the mud.
They shoved me in the
Oh,
mud.
that mud! Did you ever
Yeah.
get that out of your shoes?
Yeah, it's fine.
Boy, that was a bad day.
I don't, and we're all praying it was mud because it was behind
We
Dumont.
need to, I want to address something, and I don't know who I need to address here, but Dumont Plaza. We need to really, and I'm just going to be frank about this. Somebody needs to go down with a power washer there and do something because we have to where the stage is. Y'all all know where I'm talking about. Right behind there is an alleyway to where we took pictures there the other day.
Not many.
Oh my gosh. Folks, that's where the homeless are using the restroom. There's no other way nicely put that. The city needs to do something there. Do some clean. It's horrendous.
A porta potty smelt better than that place.
Y'all know I ain't lying. That's y'all were there. Y'all witnessed
You
it.
could put a couple of jobs there and they would run away. Maybe an application stand.
We'll be right back.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Everything starts with a great grill, cookware, and accessories. Add in locally sourced meat and dairy, frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, and daybeds and have fun with our cornhole boards. From animal print coolers to authentic Louis Vuitton purses, we have what you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
I don't know how to handle this, but I guess I'm going to have to bring in that magic flashlight and take my two dogs and put the light in their eyes and see who's guilty. Last night when I just went to Chick-fil-A and I brought back supper and I set it at the table and I laid out my French fries, I took my Coca-Cola, I set it here, and then I took my sandwich and I took one bite and my phone rang and it said, people in the middle of 19, kids in car in building, go. I went, ooh. So I set my Chick-fil-A sandwich down, and I came back from that. I ate at the table. I thought, man, I had a sandwich there, and it was gone. Then there's these two looking at me in the corner. Somebody ate it. Climbed up in my chair, sat at the table, and ate it.
I think they're innocent.
I'm talking about this is how bad it is. They left, where you get your waffle fries?
Yeah.
The waffle fry container was still sitting there. Every one of them had been taken out.
Ate them smooth out the container.
Yeah.
I just don't know what
that should
You do know that those sandwiches are portable.
Yeah, I should have taken it.
Yeah.
You can and it ain't like a bowl of soup. You can actually eat a sandwich. Well, you can eat a bowl of soup. Most people do and drive.
Well, I don't have enough.
Drive,
I don't have enough hands for that. Responding to the scene of a crime. It just there's too much happening up in there. I don't think.
I agree.
He's got the Scotty Ray mobile on two wheels.
That's right. That's right.
You cannot eat and drive. It is dangerous. Let me tell you. Speaking of driving, yesterday morning as we were finishing the show just north of here, Highway 19. Look at this. We didn't get to show these yesterday. We had a vehicular accident yesterday.
Oh.
And them coolers are making headlines today, aren't they? It took a licking and kept on ticking.
Highway 19.
This is right
Everything's
by
on
the
Highway
county
19.
line.
Yeah.
But it took right there's the county line. And that's where that happened yesterday. Again, minor injuries, little small cleanup that had to happen there.
I'm not a reconstructionist, but I would say someone did not obey that
Reconstructionist?
sign.
I think so.
Say that again.
Reconstructionalist?
That is not correct.
That sounds good, though.
Did y'all go outside and look up last night? Look at this.
No, didn't.
Oh, that's pretty.
It was everywhere. These beautiful
That's Scotty
pictures.
Ray's light. Everybody thought it was a northern lights.
All he did was put a lens on it.
He got some colored lenses for his light.
It was good stuff. It was absolutely beautiful last night. I hope you had a chance to go out and see some of that. I enjoyed it. You didn't go up and look out?
I didn't notice it.
I was worn out.
We had a bunch of that. Let's see here what else we had going on yesterday. We had a fender bender downtown. Meridian Police Department was on the scene. This was down by Central United Methodist, and we often have little fender benders there. Here's the scene of what happened, as they say.
Somebody stopped and somebody didn't.
Something like that.
Hey, I met a van on 22nd Avenue yesterday. You know, you're supposed to meet anybody on 22nd Avenue.
But you met one.
Yeah, right there by the 3-foot. Sure did.
Who was more surprised, you or him?
All I can say is I gave him right away.
I see it a lot downtown.
Oh, man. I mean, it scared. And I thought, they pulled up to the next intersection and stopped. I thought, what are you stopping for? You
ain't got no red lights on your side.
You ain't got no lights.
It's confusing to people that aren't from here. It just is.
And I have that next question is, why did we go to one-way streets?
I don't know, but I'm going to take up for it for a second.
Okay.
It may be confusing, but when you see all the cars pointing this way, it's a dead giveaway that you don't go against.
It's
That's the
curvy.
same
I can
people that go
see.
down the
I
wrong
can
way
see
at
it.
Walmart
But
or
all
wherever.
you see is the backside of red lights.
Thank you.
And they're all on the other side where you're not.
It's a dead
something's wrong.
giveaway.
Yeah.
I can see. I can understand how too many people do it for it not to just be that it is confusing too. I agree that there's signs and all that kind of stuff, and you should be able to tell. But our
You got to
downtown is
think
laid
back
out
in the
weird.
day when that was done, because I remember when it was 2-lane through there.
Yeah.
Everybody
We
knows.
had businesses. We had
You needed
lots
parking.
of people. They came downtown. They shopped. We had, because I always got out and wanted to put the money in the parking meter.
It was pennies then.
Yeah, a long
Now it's
time
$10
ago.
bills.
But you know, we used to have
There ain't
merchants
any
down there that
parking
stayed
downtown.
busy, and the traffic downtown was tough, and so you had to have an easier way to move that amount of traffic. Now we've lost businesses, we've lost population.
But I think it's
But
going
they're
back the
coming
other
back,
direction.
but they're coming
I think that we were
That's right.
down, but I mean, there's parking wars downtown. I mean, it's busy.
Yeah, it is.
I
You
mean,
can't get
more
one.
and more businesses are opening up, and so we're having growth
I had to
issues,
park
which is
we
good.
We are.
Which is good.
But I went to.
But we gotta work
went
through
to
'em.
Weidman's last week. We had to park all the way a couple
2 blocks
away.
There, I am impressed, and I'm gonna give credit where credit. If you've not been to Meridian on a Friday or Saturday night to an event downtown and walked around to Weidman's and to the brewery and to the 3-foot
fun.
hotel, it's nice. I mean, it really is. And you're right. Parking, they're going to have to do something because it's coming back.
Yeah.
And
It
those
is.
are
It
wonderful
is.
problems to have, and
They are.
There are some solutions out there. Everybody's just got to work through them and figure out what they are. We got to deal with some dumpsters, and
Maybe
we got
need to put another sidewalk
Yeah.
over a bridge.
we got to gain some confidence in the parking garage.
Yeah.
You could hire a guy
And-
with a
but
flashlight
all
to
of that
direct
is-
traffic.
All of that is fixable. So
Walking.
these are good problems.
It is a
He
good
could
problem.
park cars with that flashlight like they used to at the
Park
fair.
airplanes.
Hey, I was driving around yesterday. I couldn't help but notice there's a large stream of water, and it was going up in the air, and I thought, wow. So I stopped and took a picture of it. It was over by Jones Cleaner. That thing was getting it there for a few moments. They were in the middle of repairing it, but it was spewing some water. Go get your boots messed up if you walk in that, Julia. Just warning
Thank
you on that one there.
Oh, thanks for the warning this time. I appreciate
Hey,
it.
there's a mud hole over there.
Thank you so much.
Coming up, we still got a lot more to tell you about what went on yesterday. A little incident down in Meridian. Boy, Meridian was making the map there. Somebody tried to put a drive-through over there, too. We got that and so much more coming up at the Scotty Ray Report. Looking for a great place to eat? Well, come explore the great flavors of the French Quarter in downtown Enterprise. Whether you're in the mood for a romantic night out, a family dinner, or a cozy atmosphere with great service that make dining with the French Quarter an unforgettable experience. Drop by today and taste our delicious dishes. Come explore the flavors of the French Quarter. 120 West Bridge Street, downtown Enterprise. Call 601-659-0500, the French Quarter. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Working on a big project? Need reliable equipment? Prairie Tractor has you covered. From skid steers to excavators, tractors to trenchers, we have top quality equipment for rent on a project-to-project basis. All our equipment is expertly maintained for peak performance, ensuring you get the job done right. Our team is here to help you choose the perfect machinery for your needs with flexible rental terms to fit any project. Call us or visit ParrishTrents.com to rent your equipment today. Come see us at Parish Tractor, where we're more than a tractor store.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with friends this morning as everybody's here. Nice, cool weather.
Yes, I'm loving it.
So I hope you enjoy this while we got it there. Lots to do today, and we're going to be telling you more about the events that are taking place as we move into the weekend and get it going. As usual, we do a little bit of what happened on today, a little day in history. Y'all ready for your challenge today?
I gotta go wash my hair.
You don't want to play today.
No.
This would be, if I remember right, he was on the Cosby Show as the wife's dad. You remember watching Bill Cosby?
Yeah.
The Huxtables? His wife's dad, Russell Huxtable.
No, that was his dad.
What?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that was Bill's
this
dad
guy.
on the show.
Y'all remember him?
He was
Yeah.
hilarious, too.
Yeah, he was
I like to
born
talk
in
about Cosby Show
26.
a lot.
Earl Hyman was his real name.
Yeah, I liked him.
That was a good show back in the
There
day.
was a lesson on every one of those episodes.
Before it all went south.
No.
Country music through the years have had ladies, and then they've had those bad girls that stood out. We had Tanya Tucker would be one, but there was one that she may have, modeled herself afterwards. She was tough. She was good. She was a great singer. She hung out with Kenny Rogers. She was born on this day in 1932, and she carried 6 guns.
Sheila Dottie West.
Is there anybody before her that you would call the bad girl?
Oh,
She almost-
Kitty Wales wasn't God who made honky tonk angels.
But Kitty didn't dress like that.
I
well,
would.
no.
It would take me. It wouldn't take me 10 minutes to get something on that white suit.
Oh, yeah.
Or mud on your shoes.
Things like that happen, don't they? Probably the song that I think put him to where people started paying attention to him was Love in a Hot Afternoon. Dun-dun-dun.
I know the song. Gene
And then he
Watson,
moved on to,
Gene Watson.
14 Karat Mine.
Oh, yeah.
And this would be the day that Gene was born.
I'm telling you, that dude has got it.
80 years young today, still performing.
yeah. Got 4 more notes on his bus, they said. Then he was going to relax a little.
Stuff ain't cheap, is it?
No.
Oh, man.
Had a bad management.
People will talk you into buying stuff you don't need.
Like ask Willie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1946. And I wish I could say I know this type of music, but I don't. I just know the name is big. It was Darrell and Hall and
John Oates.
Yeah. This guy here, Darrell Hall. Does that make sense?
That's a guy.
Well, he's trying.
Just because he can grow
It's the
a
beard.
full head.
His hair looks clean. Wavy.
Greg is no longer going to be able to participate.
Let's talk about
He's gonna
hair
be
for just a
physically-
minute.
This is y'all's type of music.
This 1952, this girl was born, and one of her big songs that she would have is "The Bed You Made for Me," "Whiskey If You Were a Woman." She was with a group called Highway 101.
Yes,
if you'll remember it. Paulette Carlson, y'all remember her? Look at that hair.
Good grief. Look like Cousin It. Your hair looks good.
She needs to do something. I don't know what, but tame that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm having a bad hair day, and Greg's giving me a hard time about it.
Because I'm having a no hair day.
This guy, I know he's been in other things. Let's see. They mentioned, I don't know any of those movies. So we'll go with the one that I do know because he played the part in it good. Anybody remember watching The Green Mile?
Yes.
Was that not good?
We were talking about that yesterday.
Do you remember the big old boy that was
Yeah.
towered over everybody? Not
Yes.
the guy that healed, not John Coffey, but the cop. The cop, the big one. Do you remember when they were after the mouse? David Morse was born. That big guy. He was
Yeah.
huge.
That's a
good
great
movie.
movie.
Good movie.
Yep.
As we've said before, say what you want about Tom Hanks, his political beliefs when it comes to acting.
He's
so
good.
good.
Gosh, he's got it. And that movie, you remember who was the guy that the mouse, Mr. Mousy, where they told him he was going to Mouseland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have something to live for.
Yeah.
It was sad.
It was
We'll leave
sad.
it at that. 1962, this premiered tonight. I don't think it lasted all of that, like 4 years. Anybody remember McHale's Navy?
Nope.
No. I mean, I do, but
It didn't catch.
they wanted it to be like Hogan's Heroes or something, and it just didn't work.
Well, some of it was more stupid than it was really funny.
Right.
It needed help. It didn't turn out to be.
Yeah.
Now I did like, what was the one that had Kelsey Grammer where he was the head of the submarine? He was the captain. Down Periscope. Did y'all see that?
Once or
I
twice.
remember the movie, but I never.
Hilarious, to where they were in a war game trying to beat somebody and they had to do all the wire. Okay, y'all
You
aren't
gave
in.
it to me.
You sick?
You did it. You did it
It's
first.
that hair tonic.
I swear.
I ain't touching that. 1966, this guy would be born. He'd be first known for his portrayal in a show called 90210. But he would make the change and will get a whole new audience when he portrayed being a rodeo star in a movie called 8 Seconds. Y'all remember that movie? Mm-hmm. Luke Perry, born on this day back in 66. And we lost him in 19. And if you'll remember that, he did play the part of that real good.
8 Seconds.
Oh, gosh,
That
that's
was a good
one.
movie.
That's a good movie.
If
If that didn't make you cloud up and rain, your gutters is
Lane
stopped up,
Frost,
I'm
that's
telling
what it
you.
was, Bob.
That's sad now.
Do you sit around and like think of
No, just-
saying
it
you
just
like write
kinda-
it down, you practice
it
it on the
just-
way here?
That's where
Or
he
does that
gets
just
it.
come to you like that?
That's
It
what he
just comes
uses
out.
TikTok for. He
Hey.
gets all of his quick wit off TikTok.
I don't have TikTok, but some people have shown me some of your work on TikTok. And if you haven't found Greg's fireworks
That's
on
right.
TikTok, I encourage you to do so.
he dance, can't he?
It's something.
My daughter can talk me into doing embarrassing things on
It's-
TikTok.
And it's forever
something.
out there.
I encourage
Yes,
you to find
yes.
it.
That's what I will be remembered for in 200 years.
Look at Greg
Look
go.
at this idiot.
1975, this couple will get married. They are a power-hungry couple, a couple that you don't mess with. Most
The
of their friends,
Clintons.
most of their friends are no longer with us. Man, they're tough.
That jacket looks like something she had on in Star Wars or something.
She I don't get the pantsuit, but she wears them all the time.
I love a good
It's
pantsuit.
because she wears the pants in the family.
Well, there you
There's
go.
nothing wrong
He
with
can't keep
pantsuit.
his on.
They're not like, what's that Kamala woman? She wears them too.
Kamala woman, yes.
But I mean, it's like they don't want to wear a dress ever.
Well, I don't think that there's any. I mean, business women can wear
Well, I didn't say
suits
they couldn't,
and
but
dresses.
she doesn't own anything else. I've never seen either one of them in a dress.
That is not
ever.
true. I've seen them both in dresses.
Not since '95.
I have.
Really.
I'm just
We're
telling you.
gonna do some
I don't think there's
Googling.
anything wrong with the pantsuit.
I'd
I've got
not-
some I
would
love.
rather not see any pictures of Hillary Clinton if that's all right. I'd
That's
like to
fair, but
enjoy
I'm
my
saying she
lunch.
does wear dresses.
Let's
not
go
that it
back to
matters.
the Coneheads. 1975 is what all premiere tonight, and it would come on and say, live from New York, it's Saturday night. It premiered tonight, 1975, and Rosanna Dana, and of course,
Those two wild and crazy guys.
I think isn't Stevie Nicks hosting this weekend?
Oh, I don't watch his
I
new
don't
channel.
know. I've never watched it really.
That was
Even
back when
The
Yeah.
original was good.
Even back then, I didn't.
that was
like
if I'm not mistaken, this is Jane Curtin there in the bottom left.
Yeah.
And she'd do the news and things of that nature. Kind of funny back
In
then.
Living Color was
I
hilarious.
never could
too.
stay up that late.
We also had
No,
a.
I don't feel like that's true. I feel like you just lied to
I
people.
just can't stay up that late. 10
11 o'clock is
I'm out.
late.
Your arrest record says.
No. I might get up and get started early, but I'm going to bed at 10 o'clock. And 9 don't hurt my feelings.
1980, this would go number one. He had a bunch of songs, and he was the Midnight Haulers, hauling a load. This would also be a number one for him today. Loving Up a Storm as we go back for Razzie Bailey.
I've
I don't
never
know whatever
heard of
I'd
become of
forgotten
Razzie.
all about him.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever heard of that.
Really? He was it in the stick. Today, we would learn the sins of a man that everybody looked up to. Jerry Lee was going, oh my gosh. Not
Jimmy Swaggart.
Jerry was thinking, man, not another family scandal. Not again. As he got caught, as he was seen in the car soliciting.
Yeah.
Didn't work out so well for him.
I'll let that one go.
Just shows you that all sin.
All fall short's what it says,
Yes,
I
sir.
believe.
Yes, sir. That's a good way of putting it there. 1997, this guy, he could sing pretty. I'll give him that. He had a number one today with Candle in the Window. And that was about Diana?
Yeah,
I think it's Candle in the Wind, Scotty, right? Not Candle in the Window.
It sounded when
sounded
I heard it.
good.
Did you really put Candle in the Window?
Yeah, I thought that's what it said.
Candle in the wind.
That was close.
I can
Don't be
honestly,
so tough on him since can't fix stupid.
I can't.
I don't think he was talking about you, but he just put it up at the exact right time.
I can say I didn't have any of his cassettes, so I don't know.
I like that. That's a good song. But it was
The Window
Candle in the
or
Wind.
the-
No, it's Candle in the Wind.
Okay, wow.
I like the
Flame
window
burned
up
out like a
above,
candle
but that's
in the
more
window.
my
I can
speed.
hear it in my head now.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I don't know if y'all remember this, but this was big during the Johnny Carson shows. Ventriloquist.
Yes.
Do y'all remember the guy that used to do the Madam?
Yep.
That guy? Y'all remember him? She appeared on those talk show hosts all the time there. He passed away on this day back in 98. So, well, she did too.
She was more of a puppet.
Something like that.
She was a string puppet.
Yeah.
If
I
you were-
like Carson. No, I'm sorry.
I do
Carson was
too.
just hilarious.
There ain't nobody that's ever touched him.
No. And he give poor old Ed McMahon. He just.
He did. As we go back to remember anybody that would grab the shirt and do this.
Fred Sanford.
There you go.
Red Fox.
Red Fox passed away on this day. It was 91. Can y'all believe it's been that long ago?
You were saying that we need to do our intro music.
That's right. Sanford and Son. I
Do
thought
it.
looked good.
Do
it.
I can't. No, but I can't ever think. Get
Hum
it
it.
right. I can't.
Good stuff there.
Yeah, it was.
I liked it. You knew it.
That was a good show.
Back in 2003, he wanted to be a real good man. Tim McGraw had a #1 today, if y'all remember that song. I see some.
Why do you not like him? What did
I
he do
just
to
don't.
you?
I'm sorry.
Just not your-
He never impressed me. I'm sorry.
I wonder what he
Even
thinks of you.
The little girl.
Well, he
Johnny
burnt
Depp.
me with a Chippewa song or whatever.
Indian
I'm an
outlaw.
Indian outlaw. I mean, I couldn't change the channel fast enough. I mean, really.
But that's the song that, and of course, the controversy that I think somebody started on purpose back in the day over that to get the song some notoriety, shot him to stardom. And
Well,
y'all
you
went from
hard
there.
up for a star. I'm sorry.
Well, and if it weren't for Tim McGraw, you would not have a Kenny Chesney. Tim was real helpful in letting him open his shows because
Okay. I didn't know that.
Kenny,
I don't remember it.
as I remember back in the day, he got fired from every label in Nashville. He was on them; they keep him a couple of months. Nah, can't get a hit. Bye. I can remember sitting with him at a dinner. He was nobody. I talked with him like 3-4 hours, and nice guy. And then finally, he had a little song that come out called "Living High Off Somebody Else's Hog." Didn't chart very
Hey, I
well.
like the name of that. That's
It is
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
That's
It's about
catchy.
old boy that married well into a family, and he's living high off somebody else's hog. It's cool.
Very flattering of his wife, too. I bet the in-laws really loved him.
But Kenny Chesney's luck would change the night. He was opening for Tim McGraw, and the show's getting ready to start. And Kenny is flirting with some old girl. And her daddy is a police officer. And he just jumps on the horse and rides off. And next thing you know, the entire police unit is chasing him, and he's arrested. Tim McGraw takes up for him, and I think he even got taken downtown for a few moments. And it was the horse that made Kenny what he is, if you remember. Y'all remember that?
I don't.
I'm sorry.
No, Bob brought up stole a horse in New York City.
Yeah.
Bob remembers.
Yeah.
That was what made him what he is.
Good for him.
Congratulations.
Y'all just didn't seem to be impressed by that
No.
story as much as that. It was big back in the day. I'm going to leave it alone now since y'all don't like that.
I just didn't.
Let's move on to 2022 when, well, it was played and played and played at a lot of nursing homes. A lot of people liked this show. There you go. Angela Lansbury.
I love
Murder,
her.
She Wrote.
Her and, what's his name from Happy Days solved a lot
Yeah,
of crimes.
Tom
Yeah, Boswell.
love
Bosley,
Angela
something like
Bosley.
that. Bosley, wasn't it? He was the sheriff.
And in each and every day of our lives, you have to remember those little moments that happen. And this day, I think it was 1981 that this moment happened, and we have to remember. Hats off. That moment of silence was brought to you by the fans of the Dukes of Hazzard.
I mean,
And we go back. I want to bring this up. It's very important to pick out the right costume for Halloween. And I am I knew her name, Morgan. I think Morgan Fairchild. I think is her name. Y'all remember Morgan Fairchild?
No.
She got dressed. You're going to want to remember if we go back to remember her outfit for Halloween. She has her own broom. We're looking at a model here for you. Y'all remember Morgan?
Look at her hair.
That was back in the day there, but Halloween is coming. We'll be right back at the Scotty Ray Report.
Here at Meridian Cycles, customer service is our #1 priority. And when you buy any Polaris, Can-Am, Honda, CF Moto, or Suzuki ATV or side-by-side, we're going to give you your first oil change absolutely free because we service everything we sell here at Meridian Cycles. Come see us at 80 Highway 19 North or call us 601-485-8700. Come see us.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
A lot of people wanting pumpkin pictures now.
Well, she's got a broom. She just needs a pumpkin.
What you got to say, Greg?
I'm being nice. I'm going to be nice because it's a nice day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll leave it there. Hey, we mentioned...
See, he doesn't have anything else to say.
No.
He's housebroken.
No.
Housebroken.
So I know you're having a bad hair day, and I'm going to let it go. I mean, enough's enough.
You're familiar with that.
That's
It's been
right,
going on
that's
for the
right.
last 40 years.
Some of us wear a hat, though.
Well, I do too. So I ain't saying nothing. I ain't casting no stones from my side of the room.
You noticed when he got up high the other day, he had to hold his hat. He couldn't hold on to the wall with both hands.
All I could
The
picture was
hat or my...
cowboy hat going, where were we, 250?
And everybody would have known whose it was, too. Scotty Ray!
Y'all,
I can see
the
it
blood
sailing.
had left his face. He was the color of his
It's a
hat.
bird. It's a plane. No, it's Scotty Ray.
It's funny.
If y'all ain't been up there, and I want to say this, we have to really thank the folks at the 3-foot building. They let us.
That
They
was
opened
very
up.
nice.
They were
Very
nice.
And it's a beautiful spot. Again,
It's just way
with
up
the
there.
negative things going on, Meridian's got a lot to be proud of downtown.
Yeah.
It was very. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can find this here. We're going to try to pull up some pictures of this.
Oh, we're not doing that, though.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
see.
Your hair will look better that day.
I think.
At least the wind was blowing.
Okay, I've got it now. All right, let me do this where everybody can see what it looks like from up there. And folks, this was scary to me. Here we go. This is from atop of the building.
He wants to throw up right there.
Yeah, he does.
Know that.
And if
I'm
y'all,
glad that's a steal because his knees were shaking a little bit.
that was truly a challenge for me. No one really understands.
You notice who's up front. He's further is from the rail.
Yeah, we were blocking his view from the back.
Let me see if I got another picture from up there.
We're good.
Let me show us. Let's get the Christmas card.
Yes.
Of what we're going to have on a Christmas card.
Oh.
Christmas.
Now he's acting like Odie is cheaper just to show them than have to mail them one.
I've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
I thought that turned out real well.
Oh, that
looks
was pretty
good. That is.
Mr. Conehead. How come yours was...
Oh,
I'm not going to say that word.
I guess I'm younger.
I ain't saying nothing.
How much longer we got today? We're at 7.
I think we're out.
Let's go to Marion now. There's a lot of things went on Marion yesterday. As
people running over buildings.
There he is. He was all over this as we got there for an accident with possible injuries. We got there. It came out that there had been a car that drove right through the store. We arrived to find, well, that wasn't exactly what went on. Whoops.
What's that?
That's a little bitty hole in the building.
Okay.
It didn't exactly go through the store. It just made a little puncture on the
Little bit.
outside. I think some caulk will fix that right up.
A little paint.
That's Dollar General downtown Marion yesterday.
That's a busy little store right there.
Hey, and that one of my free public service announcements. You know, we talk about driving, people being careful, watch where you're going, four-way stops, all that. You need to watch where you're going if you're walking. If you get out of the car and you and your kids or whoever is walking across a parking lot, walking into because had someone been standing there, guess what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, you better have your head on a swivel because, and I'm not talking, I'm not even going to make fun of people the way they drive because anybody can have an accident at any time or a medical emergency. Somebody have a stroke, a heart attack, or a reaction to a shot or something. Pay attention, people. Yep. And just because the light is green,
don't mean
you can be, like I've tried to tell people, you can be dead right. You had the right of way. It don't matter. Still look.
Yep.
And that was free. No extra charge.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
I got one more, too, about Oak Tibby Reservoir when you're ready.
That's coming up. I want to say a thank you to the folks out at Chamberville. They were out cleaning up the road on Highway 496 last week, and I got a group picture of them there as they were picking up trash. Thank you. They were doing that last Saturday as they went along. I didn't get a chance earlier in the week to thank them, but it's groups like that that take care of our community. There's been so many times I've driven down the road and you think, gosh, this looks bad. I've gone to other cities to where it's just neat as a pin. But it's groups like this that get out and help out the communities.
But I can't help it. I got to say it.
Go ahead.
But if we would take those that are incarcerated and might put them in some coveralls and some leg irons and let them get out there and pick this stuff up.
Yep.
You wouldn't have volunteers wouldn't have to do it. We wouldn't have to have paid people. County employees wouldn't have to do it. And guess what? They might actually learn something and not want to go back.
Don't we have those trailers that hold the trash bags?
Oh yeah, used to send out a deputy with them and all that, and they could pick up trash. They could cut limbs. They could unstop culverts. I've never been incarcerated. Hope I'm not. But I think I would rather do that than sit there in a concrete cell all day.
Yeah,
good point. That's a
that was free too. I'm sorry.
Had to say it.
Michael Ray's finally getting out of the shower. It's just what time is it? Well, I don't know. He must be running late today.
I want to bring this up. This was returned. I don't know all the details of how it came back, but we know it was stolen last week from Meridian there. The puppy dogs, the guy that takes care of that roadside rescue, their pickup truck was stolen. And they got the truck back.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes, it is.
That's a cool crew.
Good end to that. And I think they were raising a little money to fix the truck of what happened to it when it was stolen. If you remember the last week I mentioned were it was 3 cars that were recovered in one night. Mm-hmm. They had driven his truck and another car to a unoccupied home and parked it under the garage. Most likely we're going to use it for a crime later on. That's kind of what they do for where they have to travel to. So that's where that came about there. Here's something new they're doing in Jackson, and we'll see. It's a thing that used to be common to where they're going to go back to putting 2 police officers per car in high crime areas because it's just not safe for one officer.
I do too.
It's sad, but we're at that point where, they need a witness. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not only that, but if you go to one of the most dangerous calls an officer can go to,
domestic dispute.
Violence.
Yep.
And now when you send one, you've got to send 2, and you don't know where that other one is. If you've got 2 in each vehicle,
that's right.
You've got 2 right there, and you don't have your backup is with you. It is safer. It's more economical.
But you can do that when you've got enough officers. You got to think about.
We're kind of low.
Well, it goes back to you pay for what you get.
In Jackson, the city council approved this 5-0, kind of unanimous there. I was shocked that they across the board approved that, but that is good.
I'm surprised they needed council approval. That seems like it'd be a mayoral decision.
Or chief of police.
Yeah, like
they may have had to have
I think you might attract more officers.
They needed more money, but.
I think you might attract more officers if they knew they were going to be two to a car. And
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm not saying they scared, but they ought to be.
I'm with you.
I don't mean
that's
that
in
ugly,
the back of your mind the whole time.
And you know, everybody watched Adam 12. Everybody needs a partner. I mean, really.
Yeah. You had to have one talk on the radio while one drove.
Peas and carrots. I mean, you know.
Cornbread and caviar.
Cornbread and caviar. That's right. Starsky and Hutch.
That used to be a pretty common thing, didn't it?
Cagney and Lacey. I mean,
well, you had to go ahead and go there, didn't you? I just didn't like that
he
show.
Watched it. He couldn't help it.
I saw her the first time ever, if you'll remember. She was with Dirty Harry in was it Magnum Force?
Nah.
But anybody that was his partner didn't make it. I'll go ahead and bust your bubble if you were Dirty Harry's sidekick. It just didn't work out in the end. I think it's ending this weekend. Cruising the coast. Cruising the coast.
Yeah.
y'all don't give slack to nobody.
I can't believe how many people just watching on Facebook. There's people from every state and foreign countries. That's awesome. Mississippi, go Mississippi Coast. That's cool.
That is the largest car show in the country, as far I think. If it's pretty close
people
to it,
from
but I
Wisconsin.
think that's what it is.
I mean, you gotta love it to drive from Wisconsin and trailer something to the.
You dang right.
But I mean, that speaks volumes.
Have you ever been?
The cruise. I've been through there, but I'm not a big traffic person. I get evil.
Then don't go to Cruising the Coast. Because they got it.
It is bumper to bumper to bumper all through there.
Yeah.
But people love it.
Yeah.
It's big.
I mean, they enjoy sitting on that road and just
watching cars go by.
Somebody told me this week you had to rent where you sit, too.
Yes. And they say like 3-4 years out on getting reservations at any kind of place to stay. And people rent their yards for people to park in. I don't blame them. I mean, that's called
free.
Free enterprise.
That's right.
Yep.
That's what makes the clock tick.
Now, you would mention a little bit ago that you had another public service announcement.
Yes, I do. On a serious note, which I'm seldom serious, if you are fishing Oak Tibby Reservoir and you go to the landing there behind the Corps office at the dam, a couple of months ago, Odie and I got a call who had a boat hung up in the middle of the lake.
Yeah.
Well, the water level is down. I think they're lowering it even lower than normal because they want to do some work on some landings. Well, there are channel markers. If you remember right, where the creek runs, the channel runs from the marina out toward the dam.
Yep.
Over the years, some of them have been broken off, and they're under the water. Now, I ain't getting into politics and who ought to do what and who's responsible, but the money's not available to fix it.
Right.
Well, if you're fishing, whether you're in a $500 boat or a $50,000 boat, you don't want to run over a piece of pipe that's right under the water and tear up your boat.
Correct.
So I don't know what the answer is. I mean, it looks to me like some PVC pipe sticking up would help anything.
Paint
but
orange.
I'm just saying, please be careful because, I mean, we have had to respond. And I mean, you're going to sink your boat if you knock a hole in it. I mean, I'm not.
I know everybody's got their favorite
boatologist.
landings to go to, but you might want to, for a little while, find another.
Stay away from those channel markers anyway.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to turn. I got to ask Julia something here because I don't quite. You ever read something you don't understand everything that you just read? Mm-hmm. All right, let's go to the sheriff and the judge instance. Are you familiar with the case? I'm talking Kentucky. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, where he shot him.
Yes,
yeah.
8 times. Mm-hmm. He is pleading not guilty. Mm-hmm. And let me read you what his lawyer said. Why he's pleading not guilty, and it was not planned and occurred in the heat of passion. Mm-hmm. It's the highest level of culpability, should be manslaughter based on the partial defense of extreme emotional disturbance of, said the defense attorney. Mm-hmm. How can this not be, how can they claim that he did it?
I mean, I don't know, but I would it appears that they're saying that he was driven in emotional distress, that it's not really his fault. Like, yes, he shot him, but
he didn't really
I'm not
do it.
necessarily responsible for it because I was driven to it.
Like if your wife drives you crazy, basically.
I don't agree with that statement.
I don't either.
He still did it, whether they like it or not, and should be held accountable.
Why, how, under the influence of whatever, you still done it.
Yeah. Now, what I don't understand, and they've been very vague on this, other than saying his daughter's cell phone number was in the judge's phone.
Oh.
And
okay.
They haven't explained whatever happened in there, dealt with his daughter, apparently.
Did they say crime of passion?
Yeah, and crimes committed in the heat of passion is a defense that people use of, like, I'm not a bad person. Other people in the same situation would be.
It's got to be an instant. If you walk in and you see something going on or
But
something
you still
come
done
up, you can't turn around, go get a weapon, and then come back. It's got to be instant. That something happens.
And
now,
the
why did he go talk?
But
he know
this
something
whole
took
deal
place
is a whole lot here that we don't know.
Right. It
is.
We don't know.
But the major issue with this, I would think, would be that he was a sheriff. So he
Yes, sir.
knows the process that one should go through.
But he's
if-
also a human. And if somebody's messing with your daughter, I'm sorry, buy him another box and let him keep moving. That's
Well,
my
I tell you,
opinion.
sometimes some ways I will look good in orange.
That's right.
You mess with my family the wrong way, and I don't mind having orange on.
Well, let me ask you, want to go ahead and break into Ricky Van Shelton? It was a crime of
Passion, that's
Y'all remember
right.
that? I thought I'd bring that up. Julie just does not seem impressed by our knowledge of great country music.
She doesn't.
I'm always very impressed by what y'all know. It's
She
extremely
stumbled to get
impressive.
that out.
Yes. She
So in
reached
other
for
words,
that.
you're saying there's some smartness here.
Oh, there you go.
That's
You got a
exactly
birthday
what I was
for us there,
saying.
Odie? Any that we've got?
Yeah, we do have one. Old Lyle Sheehan's 42. Ryan Mosley 42. Ray Long 82. Amanda Ward's got a birthday. Kevin Bartley be 61 Saturday. Freddie Johns 65 tomorrow. Autumn Morgan 24 Sunday. And Robin Shelton is having a birthday. So happy birthday.
Have we left off anything that we need to bring out? Now, we've got a lot of events. Bud and Burgers happening this
Bud
week.
Burgers, Sucalina Fire, Moose Lodge Ribs, something tomorrow night. What was tomorrow
Yeah,
night?
we got
The Buckaroos.
The Buckaroos, Scott McQuigg, the Tomcats.
Clarkdale.
Yep.
And then we'll have the car show downtown also going on at the same time as Bud
So don't
Burgers.
say there ain't nothing to do.
You
Ashton
will be
Ray
busy tomorrow.
16 on the 8th. Missed it. All right.
Does anybody know where Mississippi State is going to lose this weekend?
On the football field.
Thought I'd ask. I want everybody to know I am a state supporter. It's just sometimes there's reality.
I love them too. They're hard to love. I think they're playing. I don't know. Gosh.
Yeah, I can't remember who's. Let's see. I see LSU being brought up over here.
Ole Miss.
Oh gosh, it's going to be
going
really
to
bad.
LSU to play.
Who they playing?
It's real bad. I don't want to.
And we do have the
they're
rodeo.
Playing, Mississippi State's playing at Georgia.
Georgia. Okay. We do have a rodeo going on in downtown
might
DeKalb
have
this
to watch
weekend
it.
at the intersection of Highway 397, which will be just on the outskirts of town. Big rodeo arena set up. All that's going to be happening this weekend also.
Next weekend is Feastival by Aces. I'm going to tell y'all about
The
it next
what?
week. Feastival. It's like an international food festival tasting thing. But Aces that does full
wait a minute.
moon.
Food, Greg's.
Yeah, it's fun.
Feastival.
So I'll tell you all
Where's
about
that
it.
at?
It's going to be on Front Street. We're normally on 5th Street. It's like Full Moon. It's a similar setup to Full Moon, but it's like a food tasting. We
Gonna
just do
have
it 1 year.
groceries.
Groceries,
yeah.
snacks.
You're going to have a blow up.
You buy a ticket and you get to taste different stuff.
Oh.
When's Ham
Yeah,
Jam
and we
in
do have a big,
Philadelphia?
huge blow up for it too. It's a basket of food. It's like a cornucopia thing.
Yeah, I couldn't think of that
Cornucopia.
word.
A cornucopia.
That's a tough word, y'all. You just don't see me. I do not know when Ham Jam is coming.
Somebody brought that up. Ham Jam in Philadelphia.
Is that this weekend?
I don't know.
Got a
That's
car,
a big deal.
car
This
show
weekend.
at Long Creek
Yeah.
Fire Department November 2nd. We'll go ahead
Yeah.
and throw that in there.
Well, let me see here if I was.
Yep, it's coming up.
Yes, it is this weekend. The Neshoba Democrat is reporting that it's this weekend.
Huh.
There.
Hey, now that's a hoot too.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
a
sir.
really
I mean,
fun one. I
that-
can't
that's
believe I didn't
good.
know about that.
Well, that's as good as what's the loose caboose?
Yeah,
Caboose and
Yeah, I don't know when that is, but that's a good one too.
Butler Fest tomorrow.
Dang.
Everybody playing this.
Well, everybody
It's gonna
likes
be
this
pretty
time of the
hot.
year, the
Y'all don't
weather.
get
It's gonna be
together.
nice out.
Y'all don't get together and get a weekend where they're
Now, I'm
a whole
going
lot
to defend
going on.
that doing events. It used to be where you needed to spread out, but now it's okay. Like, you can have 2 events on the same week. Or from somebody that does events, I think that we're finding that everybody doesn't have to be on separate days. I mean, sometimes you can do 2 events on the same day.
Well, we got 12
with you.
tomorrow.
You can do 2 events. We got 18 going on this weekend.
I know.
Well,
But
there's
it's
some-
hard weather.
And I'd like to go to
There's something.
17.
There's something for everyone.
That's exactly
There's something for everybody.
Oh, wait a minute. The big thing coming up.
Election Day, November
Election
the 5th.
Day, November 5th. And if you've got your reason, go vote now.
November the 5th is
Yeah.
that's my 30th anniversary.
Really?
Yep.
Congratulations.
Sweet woman's been blessed with me for 30 years on
lucky,
November
isn't she?
the 5th. She is lucky.
And what do we say?
I hope she
could
gets
have been
me
out by
something
now.
nice.
Or she could have been out by
I said she could have been out by now.
Well, we've had a great time. We want to thank everybody for joining us. Julia, thanks for coming back in this morning and spending some time with us. Greg?
It was
What a
sorta
day.
fun.
Y'all have a blessed weekend. Find something to do. Get out. Go do something. Gonna be a lot going on. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna eat somewhere.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
You know that.
Odie, I'll let you take us out with a Bible verse this morning as we close
Yeah.
out today's show.
We're going to go to Proverbs 16, verse 3. Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. Whew, that's all we got to do, is everything we do is keep God in our hearts, keep God in our minds, and he will give us that everlasting life that we all desire. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. We will see y'all out and about somewhere this weekend, and hope to see y'all having a good time. See you again Monday for another start of a week right here, the Scotty Ray Report. See y'all later. We love you.